Blugoblin here. Thank you for joining me for my comic book review for the, I believe this is the end. Yeah, the end of April 2012. You'll have to bear with me again. Again, I am filming this review really late. It is past midnight, and I'm really tired, but I've been really busy. I'm going to be real busy this weekend. I want to get this out on time. I don't want to get it out on a Monday or a Tuesday, but I will try my best to get this done properly. And after looking back at my review from last week, I appreciate all the good feedback I've been getting from that last week, but I actually did something that I don't usually do. I went back and I watched my review from last week. Yes, I've watched my own reviews from time to time, but I don't watch every one of them because I know what I know what I say. But I wasn't completely satisfied with my review from last week because I was half asleep, and looking back on it, I kind of felt like I half-assed it. And for those of you who possibly didn't like it, I apologize. But I do try. Another thing I want to say is go to my Tumblr account. There's the site right there. The name of my Tumblr page is Blugoblin Comic Book Review. It used to be called Comics and Stuff, but now it's Blugoblin Comic Book Review. I just posted a written review of Amazing Spider-Man 684. This was really good. I'm glad I was able to get myself a copy. But go check out that review. I'll put the link in the description if I can remember to. But let's get on to the books here, shall we? This is going to be another one of those weeks where a lot of the books are going to get the same score. Possibly the same score as the pick of the week. But, you know, it's like what makes a book a pick of the week is the book I enjoy reading the most out of all of them. But a lot of these books are probably going to have the same score, so just keep that in mind. Alright, first we're going to go with XMen Legacy 265. This is the conclusion to the whole Omega weapon being a bomb thing. Story, excuse me. Now, when we last left off, Rogue and the Mimic, tried to help Omega, the Omega weapon from going off, and it ended up screwing them royally. Instead of having one bomb, now we have three, and Beast is doing his best to try and sustain the energy, and Christos Gage does a fantastic job with the writing. Was this as good as 264? Yeah, I would say so, but this is not the pick of the week. Something else beat it out, and I'll get to that later. But, yeah, this series has really been resurrected by Christos Gage, and he saved this. Mike Carey damn near killed it for me, and thank you, Mr. Gage. You're doing a fantastic job. Yeah, Rogue and Mimic, along with Beast's advice, they figure out a way to undo the whammy on all three of them. Or so they think. Some really good emotional dialogue between Rogue and Gambit in here. Still, there's going to be some of those, diehard X-Men fans who are probably just scratching their head going, why the fuck is Rogue continuously snubbing Remy? I mean, come on, it's obvious the guy loves her, and he's obviously willing to be there for her, but no, she wants to be with Magneto. Whatever. I personally am not a fan of that. I am a huge fan of the Rogue Gambit couple, always have been, and I think Marvel should let them have a chance at a stable relationship. Don't get them married because Facquazzata will wet his panties and worry about it aging their characters. But the conclusion here is really good with a very sad twist for Omega Weapon at the end. Rogue and Mimic think they save him, but unfortunately they don't. And Mimic makes this very dramatic speech that comes off kind of weird in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, it was good, but the speech that he gives about his friend doesn't necessarily come off as giving a speech for a friend. It's more like giving a speech to a lover or to a spouse. I'm like, this is a true testament to friendship in here, and in one respect, I can understand it, but in the other respect, it just came off a little bit weird. But I do respect it, and it was really, really good. Very well handled, but it's really sad for the poor guy, and Mimic knows that he has to be the one to do it. He volunteers. He said, if anybody's going to do what he does to him, I'm not going to give it away. It should be him. And it was very fitting. It was very well done, and I really loved it. This was very, very nice. Time for the pick of the week. Yeah, so soon. I don't always end my reviews with the pick of the weeks, but here we go. Pick of the week goes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 9. Oh boy. This was good. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you are probably already guessing why this is the pick of the week. Don't spoil it for other people in the comments section as to what your guess might be, because I'm pretty sure there are probably people who haven't read this yet. But oh my god, this was very nice. It starts off with the Turtles reintroducing themselves to April after she fainted at the last issue. So nostalgic for me, and I kind of like this little plot twist that in this Turtle series, April was the one that named the Turtles. She named them when they were still regular Turtles. They introduced themselves: Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo, and she's like, "Wait a minute, I named you guys." She also named Splinter. Very nice, and still going with the whole reincarnations gimmick, and I like that. That's a nice twist. That's something that I haven't seen before in Ninja Turtles. You know, instead of Splinter being Hamato Yoshi, he's actually Hamato Yoshi reincarnated from the old days, and the Turtles are his 4 children. And I'm like, that's nice. I can go with that. And the dialogue in here is very. It's more distinguished. It's not so childish. It's not campy. Yes, some of it can be a little bit on the campy side at times, but you can tell this is aimed at the much older fans. Probably us old school fans who read the Mirage comics in the 80s, who watched the cartoon, and who grew up with Turtles being both campy and very serious at the same time, and that's a big plus for me. And plus, the more I read this, the more I think, haha, take that shit, Michael Bay. Take it right up your ass. No, wait a minute. You'd probably like that. But, yeah. Great dialogue. Good character development for Baxter Stockman. He's an ass, and I love it. But, of course, it was the cliffhanger at the end of the book. Oh god, I'm geeking out just thinking about it. I'm geeking out. Oh my god. Yo! Oh, I want to spoil it. I can't spoil it. This was really good. Yeah, okay, whatever. I made this the pick of the week because I'm a fanboy. Sue me. This was great. I loved it. TMNT, number 9. Pick it up. Read it, love it, geek the fuck out. Moving on to DC, we got Aquaman number 8. This is a continuation of the Others story, and I gotta say, out of all the titles Jeff Johns is writing now, this is the best one that he is writing for the New 52. Something I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, I recently posted a blog on my Tumblr page about 3 titles that I unfortunately had to drop. I had to drop Catwoman, Superman, and Justice League. I have officially dropped Justice League because I don't like where Jeff Johns is going with it. Justice League started off really, really good, and then now it's starting to feel like Jeff Johns' fanboy writing. He's doing his own fan fictions. This is what he wants Justice League to look like, not what he believes the fans would like. He's got Batman acting completely out of character. He's got Hal Jordan being a 100% douche, where he's also writing the regular Green Lantern series, where yes, Hal has his douche moments, but he also knows when to take things seriously and be a tough-ass fighter. But he's basically made Hal a drooling pervert for Wonder Woman, and you want to talk about character assassination? Look what Jeff Johns did to Green Arrow in the last issue of Justice League. He made him a fanboy stalker. It's like, hey, come on, put me in the league. Put me in the league. Please, 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 put me in the league. You know, for Justice League, I say, fuck you, Jeff Johns. But for this, I say, good job, Jeff Johns. I'd rather say good job than fuck you. But the thing is, this was awesome. I loved it. It was to me, it was much better than issue 7 was, and I like where they're going with this. It's good to see some backstory with Arthur and how he was. He kind of came off as a little bit, you know, Diet Namor, so to speak, and for him, it works. It's nice. Can't say I'm loving his costume that he's half and half not wearing or wearing in this backstory. But whatever, I've seen worse. Waterhand. Yeah, very nice stuff in here. Very nice stuff indeed. And then the last page, the cliffhanger. Oh boy, nice. Can't wait to see where this story progresses. I know I didn't touch much on this, but it was really nice dialogue, great artwork from Ivan Reyes. This series is going in the right direction, I believe. Further, and Arthur's continuing to trying to find out what it was that sunk Atlantis. It's going very well, and I'm really loving it. This is one of the biggest series from the New 52, and Jeff Johns is doing a great job with this. I wish he would write Justice League like this. Alright, moving along. Green Lantern New Guardians number 8. Hunting the last of the Yellow Lanterns. I always called them the Sinestro Corps. Okay. Speaking of the Sinestro Corps, according to this, they are finished. No more. Kaput. Over. And wow, Arkillo shines in this. What a great book this was. This was certainly better than issue 7 was. And issue 7 wasn't really that bad, so that's saying a lot. But, the only thing I didn't like about this is that they announced the demise of the Sinestro Corps kind of abruptly, in my opinion. I'm like, really? No dramatic climax leading to the demise and downfall of the Sinestro Corps. They just said, nope, they're gone. Whoa, okay. They said disbanded so-and-so long ago. 98% of Sinestro Corps terminated or whatever. And I'm like, Jesus, how abrupt can you be? And in here, Arkillo finally learns what's been going on with Sinestro. He's just now learning that Sinestro's a Green Lantern again. And, oh man, DC's doing a thing here with cliffhangers. And thank you, DC, for this, because now we are going to, I don't know if we should call them the Yellow Lanterns or the Arkillo Corps. The Arkillo Corps sounds better to me. Yeah, I know, I think I might have just spoiled it here, and I apologize if you don't like to be spoiled, but it's a minor spoiler at best. There's some good dialogue in here, especially with the other members of the new Guardians in here, especially from Kyle. Some nice stuff in here, but I think it's time we witness the beginning of the Arkillo Corps. That's just me, but this was really good. Alright, another surpriser here is Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Men, number 8. Introducing Firehawk and Hurricane. I gotta say, I like them. Nice. And I even mentioned on my Twitter account, I was like, I like Firehawk. She's purty. She's very purty, and she's French. Ooh la la. Nice. It's nice to see a female Firestorm in here. Very nicely done. Joe Harris is the writer here. I do miss Gail Simone on here, but Joe Harris does a fantastic job here. Ethan Van Sciver's artwork is still simply flawless. It's the same artwork that I love from Flash Rebirth. And another humongous what the fuck moment in here. Actually there's a, maybe consider 1.5 what the fuck moments. Obviously, the bigger one being with Jason rather than Ronnie. Jason has the bigger what the fuck moment than Ronnie does, and he runs in. He's the one that runs across Firehawk and Hurricane. Obviously, the cover tells you that, and the dialogue in here is kind of gripping, but at the same time, it comes off, especially from Jason's angle, it comes off a little bit schizophrenic. He's still talking to Ronnie where it's obvious Ronnie's not there. Okay, it's a little schizo-ish, but still very nice. Once again, huge what the fuck moment. And if you look real closely at the cover, I think you already know where I'm going with this if you've read the book. But, woo. Once again, another huge surprise. Didn't really think this was going to be that good, and then I read it, and I'm like, wow, this was actually very, very good. Once again, another series that I believe is going in the right direction for Firestorm. I say if you're not reading Firestorm and you want to jump on board, go ahead, look for the back issues, get the first story in trade if you have to. This is very, very impressive. Moving along, we got Batman the Dark Knight number 8. Trapped in Wonderland. Oh boy. Wow. I don't recall seeing the White Rabbit at all in here, but you want to talk about some great artwork, you want to talk about some good writing. I don't know why David Finch is getting the majority of the credit in here, because I believe, let me double check just to make sure I ain't wrong, because I've been wrong before and I don't like being wrong. Yeah, Ed Benes does the artwork in here, and Joe Harris does the writing. Joe Harris is writing Fury of Firestorm, and he wrote this as well. Okay, well, Harris gets the credit for writing, but Ed Benes doesn't get credit for doing the interior artwork, and that's really kind of confusing to me. I mean, he's a great writer. He's a great artist. I mean, just great stuff all in all. Tweedledee and Tweedledum look badass in here. And of course, the cover already gives it away. Batman confronts the Mad Hatter in here. And it's just a big whoa. It's a big mind fuck. It's very nicely done. Let me get the air out of here. It's very nicely done. Very, very well. I think The Dark Knight focuses on Batman fighting more of the old school villains, while as Batman and Detective Comics are trying to take it in a newer, further direction with this whole Night of the Owls thing, which I do commend. If you like Batman facing some more of his old school rogues, then stick with The Dark Knight. I'm glad I jumped on board with this. This is incredible. Loved it. We're going to end this with The Flash, number 8. This was also very good. Very good. We got Trapped in the Speed Force with the Madness of Turbine. I believe somebody on Twitter said, Turbine, is he supposed to be the top? I'm like, he could be, but Turbine sounds better. If it is supposed to be the top, I don't know. But yeah, we find out that Turbine's the reason why the Flash's powers are creating the wormholes, because Turbine's making them. Spoiler, sorry, but that's the only thing I'm going to spoil. But we see some more in-depth storytelling as to what's going on inside the Speed Force for the new 52, and it's really nice. turns out when you get trapped in the Speed Force, you can leave pretty much anywhere at any point in time. Because Turbine, according to the backstory, he's a fighter pilot from World War II. And he's trying to get home. He's been trapped in there for nearly 70 years, and it's driven him mad. And he keeps telling the Flash, "You're going to get me out of here. You're going to take me home, or I will kill you if I have to get out of here." And you can just really see the insanity on his face. You can hear the insanity in his dialogue. It's great. Flash is trying to reason with him, trying to be the good guy, trying to be the hero and say, "Hey, look, I'll be glad to help you get out of here, but you've got to work with me. Don't try and kill me because it's not going to lead you anywhere." You know, and it's just fantastic. And the cliffhanger at the end of the book, holy shit. I knew they were going in this direction because of, you know, what they hinted at in the last issue, but all I can say is, oh my god. Yes. Or should I say, no, I'm not, no. On a second thought, no, I'm not going to spoil it. No. I'm not going to spoil the cliffhanger. Most of you probably already know what it is. But for those of you who might not, I'm not going to ruin it. Just get this book and just read it, and you'll love it. This is awesome. Okay. Time for me to be quiet. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to my second channel, Blugoblin X. I know I'm running behind on doing tribute videos. I am currently working on some, but I've been real busy. I got college finals coming up next week, so just be patient. I'm still working on those. Follow me on Twitter and on Tumblr, please. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Until next time, I'll see you later.